Alright, so to get started, I need to be grounded. So I got my anti-static wrist strap right here. Epic. It's pretty cool. But to be grounded, we have to find a ground point. Now, this right here, this little knob, this should be grounded. So that should get me grounded. So I won't be zapping any parts when I'm putting them in. Alright, another quick side note. This is actually a semi-modular power supply. So you can see here that not all the cords, like there's a lot of cords just connected through one thing, and then there's just like 4 outlets for SATA and PCIe, right? So basically, the semi-modular power supplies have all, like, just have these, like, the main one pretty much. Like, they have this main thing, which I think this is like mainly connections to the motherboard, I'm pretty sure. And then the fully modular ones would have slots like this for all these cords as well. But I decided to get a semi-modular power supply so that I would be able to do a little bit of better cable management than I would probably normally do. So yeah, I just unboxed it. Shit, I'm filming this sideways. Alright, so I plugged my power supply into the wall, so it should be, if I switch this lever right here, it'll be working. But I don't want it working yet, because I'm gonna connect my ground cable to it. So we're gonna leave it off, and I'm gonna line it up so that it can get, you see that hole right there? You go, see how I lined it up with the hole? Oh shit. I lined up the screw holes and I messed it up immediately after, but there we go. So see how that screw hole and that screw hole go together? So that's how you're supposed to line it up. And then I installed it so the fan was facing downward, because as we can see right here, my case has a dust filter on the bottom. So that's where the fan is going to be pointed, because that's where the dust filter is. Put that back in there. There we go. And so yeah. I'm going to install this, get my anti-static wrist strap on, and then I'm going to start working on the motherboard. So. This bad boy, and we're gonna unbox it, and I'm actually gonna be seeing it for the first time. As you can see, I haven't broken the seal on this. I think I may have opened this one, but like, yeah, everything is pretty much unopened, so it's gonna be a pretty new experience. So boy, here we go, opening it up. I'll see you guys in the time lapse. All right, so I just took it out, and you can see it on the time lapse. But so I just took it out, and here's one thing to note. When you take it out of this bag, see how the bag has like these stripes all over it? That's actually to absorb static from going into the thing. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this bag off and leave the outside of it nowhere near the motherboard, because that may cause a problem. That may like static shock, because it's been absorbing static this entire time. It may like shock my motherboard if I put it on top of this. So when we take this out of its packaging, we're gonna place it right on top of this box, the motherboard box it came in, and then we could get to work with installing the CPU, and then its cooler, and then this SSD. Actually, we'll probably do RAM and then SSD, because RAM is a lot easier than SSD. So I'll see you guys in the super class. Alright, so we got the motherboard out of its packaging, and I'm just now unboxing the Ryzen CPU. So one cool thing to note about these CPUs is that they actually come plastic. They come with Get out of here. Ah, its own cooler. Neat, isn't it? It's its own cooler. Yeah, this one's actually RGB too. Very neat cooler. However, I already bought this one, which is better. It's just not RGB. Plus it matches, this would match my entire style anyway. But I just wanted to show you guys that it does come with a actual factual RGB CPU cooler. But here's what we really came for. Oh, Ryzen CPU. Here we go, baby. I'm so nervous. Yeah. Come on, get out of there. Okay. Okay, so see, we can see through the packaging that this has all these little pins on the back end of it. You do not want to touch these. These are super sensitive. You don't even want to touch the front, because if you touch the front, then you can get fingerprints on there and it'll interfere with the cooling. So let's not do that, okay? Oh look, it comes with a little sticker. I didn't even know it came with that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I always thought that this was like a little chip or something. But yeah, so I'm going to unbox this and I'm going to place it into my thing. So let me try to explain how to do this. So you see how there's this little tiny, come on, let's see if I can focus on it. Come on. Get in on there. Get in on there. Oh my god, it won't focus. Okay, I'll put up a picture of it then. There's this little tiny golden triangle on this end of the CPU. With that gold triangle, we're going to set it on this grayed out triangle right here on the motherboard. You see it? Right there. So we're going to set it like, it's going to go into the CPU like this. I mean, the CPU is going to go in the motherboard like this. So yeah, I'm going to put it in. Wish me luck, guys. Alright, now that I got this thing in my hands, I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But, so basically what I did is I pulled this lever upward, and then the entire... Oh shit, I just fucking touched it. Oh god, oh fuck. Okay, it's probably fine. But, so this entire socket moves upward. So, when we know it moves upward, we're gonna line up those gold triangles. Let's see here, let's get a better grip. We're gonna place it carefully. Oh, it just slid right into place. Okay, so it'll slide right into place. It doesn't seem like it's moving. We're good. So we're gonna put this lever back down. Oh my god, it's fucking in. Okay, it's in. Awesome. All right, so that's that. That's the CPU installation. It's the easiest and most stressful thing in this entire thing, in this entire process, I feel. Holy crap, that was stressful. So now that we got that in, we're gonna work on this cooler. So we're gonna get that in here. Guys, don't forget to remove these parts. I'm installing my cooler. So the cooler is different for everyone. If you want to install the stock cooler, it's going to be hella easy, but this one I actually have to put a back plate on the back of my motherboard to do it. So I don't. This isn't really an installation guide of Cooler Master Hyper Evo, whatever the hell it's called. But so basically, what I did was I made my back plate have the screws in this order, right? So they're furthest away from each other. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And I put the clips on it, yada yada yada. I put the AMD bracket on the cooler itself, and I'm going to connect it, but first I have to take off these things. So yeah, this wasn't really a cooler installation guide. I'm sure if you want to get another cooler you can, but this is how I'm installing mine. I have to put this back plate on the motherboard by taking these little bits off right here. And then I'll install the fan. I'll show you guys the thermal paste close up. Pretty epic. But yeah, so this is how I got it done so far. I wasn't filming this part because I was like, oh, this part isn't important. This part is easy. But then I actually had to I actually had to crack open the instruction manual to get this done. So yeah, just letting you guys know. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's thermal paste time. So this cooler came with its own thermal paste. I bought some. It is GD900 Epic, but I wanted to use the one that came with the actual thing. So there are many ways to apply thermal paste. But the main one that I hear everyone say is that for these types of CPUs, we need to apply a pea-sized dot of thermal paste. Now, I've seen some people spread it like jelly. I've seen some people make like a rice grain, like a very little tiny amount. But from like all that I've heard from everywhere, what I'm gonna want is a pea-sized dot. So let's see if I can do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's about the size of a pea, isn't it? Oh god, I hope it is. Alright, well, that's my pea. Oh, check out this peel though. Yeah, baby. Ooh, clean. Okay, so now I'm gonna place that on top of that, and I'm gonna screw it in with these screws. So yeah, looking pretty. Wait, hold on. Do I need these screws? Oh shit, I did need those. Guys, I fucked up. So I set it down, and I set it down, but then I accidentally moved it back up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reapply this thermal paste.
It is I've come from the future to tell you I don't know what I was talking about here. Yeah, so thermal paste is supposed to maximize the connectivity between the heatsink and the CPU, so I thought when I had lifted it up, it had brought a bunch of air in between the thermal paste, the CPU, and the heatsink, making everything all wrong. But I actually don't know if this is the case or not. If someone knows, can you please correct me in the comments and I'll like shout you out or something, but yeah, I don't know what I was talking about here.
I really dropped the ball on that one, so I gotta clean this up. Fuck. Okay, so I screwed it in this time, and I didn't pick it back up. So it should theoretically be fine now. I'm hoping I'm really hoping I installed this correctly. But so what I did was I started with this screw, went to this screw, and went to that screw, went to this screw. So you go in an X pattern, so that way the what's this stuff called? Thermal paste. So the thermal paste kind of spreads out a little bit more evenly. So yeah, I'm gonna continue screwing this bad boy back in, and then we're gonna move on. Dude, I just realized something. I installed the cooler, so the name was upside down. Ah, damn it. Well, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. Maybe I'll fix it later. But god damn it, I really thought I had everything under control. Now all I gotta do is get this stupid fan back on. Fuck, I can't believe I installed it upside. Damn it. I'll get it next time.
Yo, straight up, Amtech is original, individual, go from analog to digital, get beats and GB, physical, from edge to end of beginning, the winner from pedal to post, people get roast by this incredible host, serious clean like they rap to your tangle flows, never at a loss when it comes to ripping words, the truth rolls in my mind, free like a bird, I heard it lately, entertainment must make a drop, go, individual, go from analog to digital, get beats and GB, physical, from edge to end lately, entertainment must make a drop, go crazy, it's like sports, get refreshed now, lady, last time, lost fair trade now, baby, we're on the baseline, yeah, go crazy.
Okay, so it looks like CPU cooler installed. I even got the fan cable all tucked away over here. There we go, look at that. actually, that doesn't look too. That doesn't look that good actually, but maybe I'll fix that later. But yep, plug the fan in so when we turn on the system, it should spin. Boom, cooler installed. Whew, well, that's a load off my shoulders. We're gonna do something a little easier this time, and this time I'll probably be able to film it. Let me just clean off my desk.
The time has come and so have I. I'll laugh last 'cause you came to die. The damage done, the pain subsides, and I can see the fear clear when I look in your eye.
Alright, so we're gonna install the RAM. RAM should be easy. So all I had to do was look at the DIMM slots, right? And we can see that DIMM A2 and DIMM A2. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, I'm supposed to install them in this order. Yeah, that seems like it's it. So installing RAM's pretty easy from what I've seen. I'm about to experience my first RAM install. That's the wrong way. Let's put it in this way. Alright, that looks like it's right. So, once we get that installed like that, it should be good. You see these things are open. We push. Ah, hold on. Here, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the click. Ooh. Hear that? Now it's in. See how the little levers are down or up, I guess? It's in. It's in, baby. Alright, and then we're gonna install the next RAM. So yep, that's the second place that it goes in, and we're just gonna press down. Oh yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention. See how it see how there's like a hole? See, there's like a hole, there's like all those pins and then there's a hole in the middle. There's on each of these RAM slots, there's actually a spot in the middle where there's no spot for pins. So that's also a good way of telling how the RAM is supposed to go. So yep, I'm gonna push this in, and then after we get the RAM done, I'm gonna try to connect that SSD. So let's go. Okay, so here's the SSD. So I looked at my manual, and it says that the M.2 slot that I need to use is the first one right here, so it should be this one. So I have to loosen that screw and then push it down and screw it in with the tiny screw in this bag. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here, actually, I'll try to get this on the camcorder so you guys can see it. I probably should have done that for the RAM too. Could you guys see that? I don't know. I'll put it in post. But yeah, so I'm gonna install this on camera, on this camera. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. I put the screw from right here to right here, right? And I'm gonna put this SSD in. Oh hey, look, I could probably rest my phone on top of the port. Oh, yeah, there you go. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert this right here, wiggle it in. It should be wiggled in. Alright, so now one thing you'll notice is that it's a little bit tilted up like that. That's pretty weird, isn't it? That's pretty strange. So what we need to do is that we need to push it down and screw it in with this little tiny screw that comes with our motherboard. So I'm gonna do that. I kind of don't want to do it on camera because I kind of need two hands for it. So you might be able to see it on the camcorder, but yeah. Alright, installed. Perfect. So, after installing all these things, I think I'm ready to put it in the case, baby! Okay, so yeah, I got the SSD installed, the RAM installed, the cooler and the CPU under the cooler. I think I'm pretty much ready to start working on the case, like putting stuff inside the case, baby. Shit, what the fuck was that? I lifted up the screwdriver and something flew off of it. It's probably fine. So, I got the case up on the table. We're about to put the motherboard inside of it. The one thing you need to note is that my case already had standoffs installed for ATX motherboards. My motherboard is an ATX motherboard, so it should fit in just fine. Just fine. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Yeah, no, it'll fit in just fine. But yeah, so it's gonna fit in pretty nicely. It even comes with this nice little middle one that helps me gauge where I'm at. So that's pretty cool. I spent a long time figuring out which one to use, and it turns out that the 632 flat that I need to screw in the motherboard with. And so yeah, I'm about to place in the motherboard. Okay, before you set the motherboard inside of the inside of the case, make sure you connect to the I/O shield. So this is the I/O shield, right? I forgot to install it, but I didn't screw it down yet, so that's a plus. I haven't made too big of a mistake. So let's take this baby out again. Install the I/O shield then. It should be pretty easy, right? Just pop it in. Through so much struggle, I finally got this thing to pop in. Holy crap. That thing was so tight. It was such a tight fit. But now that it's installed, let's get to putting in this motherfucker. Woo! So we got this. We got it all installed. The motherboard is in now. I have it stood right side up. And I took off these two little panels and this one right here. But they were in there. They were in there darn tough. Like they were really, look at that. Jeez Louise, look at that. It's freaking busted now. Whew! Man, they were really jacked in there. But, so yeah, we got this. And we're gonna plug in our graphics card. God damn it, I took off the wrong fucking grate. It's supposed to be these two, not these two. I'm back. I went to go eat some pizza. That shit was fucking delicious. But, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna start connecting all these cords over here to places on the motherboard. Since I have pretty much everything installed, I don't think I'm missing anything. That means that I can get started with putting everything together pretty much. So, yeah, let's get to it. I don't really want to cable manage this like too much because, you know, it is just I mean, I don't even know if it's gonna work yet, honestly. I think it is gonna work. I have a really good feeling about it, but still, better safe than sorry. So I'm going to connect all these cables in a kind of like loosely way, so then I'll be able to test it, and then I'll start really managing everything down. Hey, look, it's the plate that we installed for a cooler. Very cool. But yeah, so.
ピンクの誘惑夜の蝶よっといでほらよっといで正体不明のお兄さん怪しいお兄さん ちない垂れ流しただ垂れ流し欲望渦巻く繁華街闇夜の繁華街黒い影が忍び寄る私そもそも清純派こんなところは似合わない帰ろう帰ろう帰ろうよでんぐり返してまた明日甘くて危険な服まで夜のとばりよさようならさようなら帰ろう帰ろう帰ろうよでんぐり返してまた明日甘くて危険な服まで夜のとばりよさようなら夜のとばり